welcome back to Game Room Crafts. I'm Kelly. This is my game room. Let's play. Today, I'm going to be making an owl pot. And this pot is deep enough that you can plant a little plant in it. You could put fresh flowers in it. It's deep enough and wide enough that you could do that. I use them as pen pots, so I call them my owl pen pots. Now, Mr. Owl has already had his eyes and beak painted in. Because I'll be honest with you, I painted it in a while ago. I thought it was copper, but now it kind of looks pink. I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out. But today we're going to be using the Chang Tikiji Moss Green. And I don't think I've used this one before, so we might have to... Yep, he needs to be opened. Now, I like to keep the cardboard in. If I can, I take the foil too, but this time it tore. So I like to keep the cardboard in because if it turns upside down, it stops it from leaking. So I'm going to be using, now Mr. Owl here takes 9 ounces, and I know this because not only did I write it on the inside of the pot so it wouldn't disappear so easily. I wrote it up there, but you can see where when I cleaned the pot, it came off. But the inside, it's written on the inside. But I also wrote it in my little journal, which I started keeping because otherwise I never remember what something is. Now, 9 ounces. So I'm going to mix up 9 ounces of, today we're going to be using the Hey Claire 1-to-1 epoxy resin, and I will be right back. Okay, so about a minute and a half left on my time. However, I can look at that and see that the striations, that candy floss is gone. It's no longer milky. I love watching it, how it goes from milky to clear. So I'm going to put my moss green in now and mix it in for the remainder time. This is 9 ounces, so I'm going to put quite good scoops in there. Okay, that's good, I think. Moss green from Chang Tikiji. I'm going to put a little bit of my shimmer ink in. So I make my own shimmer ink, and how I do that is I use this particular one was crushed crystal and alcohol ink, and I muddle them together, get any impurities out of there, and then I put it in a little squeezy bottle and I keep it. And it's very similar to the marabou inks. So I suppose you could do it in any type of a shimmer. For the remainder, 1.5 minutes. Here we go. Okay, that's a beautiful color. I like it. We're going to clean off our paddle. And this is going to go on its little journey through my Resiner's Airless Light. And we will be back in just a few minutes. See you in a bit. We're back, and this has been on its trip through the debubbler. I did not split this. I put it in as it is, which is 9 ounces in a 10-ounce cup, which was maybe not the best idea. But I did have to release the pressure twice. The bubbles came up and it was right on the top, kind of like a foamy root beer, and I let the pressure go, close it back up again, came back up again, all the way up to the top, release that, let it go, put it back in, let it run again, and it ran beautifully the third time, and bubble-free resin. So I like this color. It's very pretty. It does have, you can see the hints of gold in there. I love it. There's like a ribbon of gold going through it. Okay, now fair warning, this pot has a lot of detail in it. All those feathers. So even though I did the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rub some alcohol in all where the feathers are. 2 wings, chest, and back. And here we go. And I'm introducing the resin on the back side. It doesn't matter. I think you can put it either side. I'm just doing it this way. And hopefully I'm going to get it up to where the beak ends. And I'm going to give it some taps. And I think I'm going to go in. I'm not sure. Let me see. The great thing about this is, although there's a lot of detail, you can see through it. So like around the eyes, I can see, are there bubbles? And I can kind of see where there might be some. I'm going in and I'm squishing it, giving it some squeeze. And hopefully that will get rid of any bubbles that are stuck in there. Okay. All right. And then we're just going to fill up the rest of it. Now, this should be enough. I've done this owl a couple of times and I believe 9 ounces was the total. Make sure we get his talons here in the front. So let's get all the resin out of there, because 9 ounces is exactly what I need to make sure that his little tootsies there are full, and taking into account shrinkage. We want to get this domed. Right? 9 ounces on the nose. I want to come in with my little stick and make sure that I don't have any bubbles. You can see the 3 indentations where his talons are. And even in the back, there's a little where his tail feathers, I guess, are sitting. And I made a little bit of a mess here. Clean that up. Okay, now we wait. My favorite part of the whole thing. Patience is not one of my virtues. We are going to wait. I'm going to give it hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I am going to move him over to my food dehydrator, which I have repurposed for only resin. Well, I should say only crafts, because I also use it for my, what is the word I'm looking for? Casting powder. That's what I'm looking for. I also use it to dry my casting powder. So, hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I will move him over to the food dehydrator. If I do that, if I wait the hour and a half and 2 hours, there's a good chance that any bubbles that are stuck in here will come out on its own, because it's nice and wide at the base. So it gives that area, it gives the bubbles an area to release on. If you have a narrow base, it's going to get stuck. But if you put it in the dehydrator before that, you will actually get more bubbles, believe it or not, because it doesn't give that stuff that's in there now time to degas on its own. So we're going to wait hour and a half, 2 hours, and I will bring you back when it's time to demold our owl pot. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, we're back, and this is done. If you remember, this is an owl pot or pen cup, whichever way you want to look at it. And he is fresh out of my dehydrator or curing box. And remember, I said he is very textured, and he is.
Every feather.
Every feather, yeah. So you can kind of hear it separate from. I'm going to try and, I don't know if I can roll it down.
Did you just fling something?
I flung resin.
Oh no.
Well, yeah. Whew.
It's being difficult.
Well, the backside rolled. Did roll. I used moss green from Chang Tiki G. Guy. G.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time. Every single time.
Well, I know that could be wrong. Correct us in the comments.
Yeah, if anybody knows how you actually pronounce that, please give me a phonetic pronunciation down in the comments below. Oops. Okay.
By the way, she does not mean use the IPA. She means like just sound it out.
Use the what?
Exactly.
Okay, so he's out.
Yay!
And look, it still says 9 ounces. Yay! And that be he. You see how I colored his nose, his beak and his eyes ahead of time. I can't even tell you what color that was. I swear when I did the Q-tip to clean up the edges, it looked pink to me, or, you know, but that does not look pink. That looks
gold.
Yeah.
And when we first looked at it, we thought it was bronze.
And if you look, all our gold, it's green, moss green, right? But it does have a very goldy tone to it. So I was going to put wax around his eyebrows, but I don't think I will, because he's already very goldy. Yes, I just bent his beak because I pushed on it.
Leave it alone, Mom.
I will. Okay, so this is how tall. So this is my bar, and that's how tall he is. In case you're wondering, for a pen like that. But yeah, could use it for a pot for flowers, assuming this had the head on it. because it doesn't. Or, you know, you could drill a hole in the bottom and make it a planter pot.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Ideally, water your plants, people.
Yeah, which is why you have to drill the hole in the bottom and put a little piece of mesh, like screen from your screen doors or
That way
from
you
your
don't
window
drop
screen.
dirt everywhere.
That, yeah, dirt doesn't come through and whatever.
Yeah.
But the water will drain out.
If you have plants, this is your reminder to water your plants, and if you don't have plants, this is your reminder to go drink some water. Ha ha!
I mean, okay, sure.
Water yourself.
Water yourself. Hydration is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a little bit from the shrinkage. You can see. So he's gonna need to be deburred, but that's going to have to wait until tomorrow because if I was to do it now, it would tear. So you don't want to do that too early. So I'm gonna leave him be and let him finish curing up because he is still hot, much hot.
He's still wet.
Hot. But yeah, that's our owl. So thank you so much for joining us here in the game room. I had fun and I tried something interesting. He's not exactly new because I did cast him before, but I tried something fun. Come join us again next time. I'm really not sure what we have on top, but whatever it is, we will endeavor to make it fun. In the meantime, don't forget to play. See you soon. Bye.
Drink some water.
Drink some water.